Hey guys, welcome back to Dipswitch Demos, and welcome back to another episode of my news and coffee thing that I'm doing every month, talking about news, talking about myself, having a coffee. It's a good time. It's become probably my favourite video to make every month. Yeah, really enjoy doing these, and today we're going to start with something really exciting. It was my birthday this week, and I kind of wanted to give something back to you guys, just because it's been, you know, all things considering, it's been an exciting time for Dipswitch Demos. And yeah, I wanted to give something back to you guys, say a bit of a thank you. It's my birthday, so let's do something fun. And I'm going to do my first ever giveaway. Let's talk about the prizes first. Big prize, there's only going to be one winner. You're going to win all this stuff, which is cool. But the big prize is we have a pedal. From my good friend Alex from Zander. Thank you, man, for sending this over for the giveaway. And the pedal is, drumroll please, you get all the usual stuff. It's the Cafetiere. Oh, you could win this damn pedal. You could win this pedal. I know you want to. Why wouldn't you want to win this pedal? This is a like harmonic percolator type thing. It rips. There's tons of options. I almost don't want to give it away because I like it so much. Okay, so yeah, we're going to give away that. I'm also going to give away one of these Hawk picks. This is the exact pick that I use all the time. It's a Tonebird 6. Tonebird 6. 2mm, standard bevel, grip holes. And of course it's got to come in the Dipswitch blue. You're going to get one of those. And also I'm going to throw in three sets of strings. Ernie Ball, obviously. 2 sets of Paradigm. They're top of the range strings. 1154, 1148, and then a new set of Ernie Ball strings, which is the Mighty Slinky, 8.5 to 40 if you want to try something new and exciting. So that's it. Also, one more thing. I'm also going to throw in a handful of my Dipswitch badges. I don't know if you guys have seen these before. I did them when I went to the guitar show. 2 different designs. I'm going to throw in a handful of these. It's not going to focus because my camera is an arsehole. So that's it. Those are the prizes. One lucky guy or girl is going to win those things. I think that's really cool. I'm excited about it. So what you've got to do, the criteria, is really easy. Nothing to worry about. You've got to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Ideally, send me a screenshot of you subscribing because I can't always see every subscriber. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow Dipswitch Demos, me, and Zander Circuitry on Instagram. I'll leave links to all that in the description below. Tag 2 mates in the Instagram post that I post as well, just to share this competition around, get more people entering. And that's it. If you want one entry into this competition, that's all you have to do. But there are 2 things that you can do to get extra entries. First of all, you could add that post on Instagram to your stories. And then tag me in it so I know you've done it. That'll double your chances of winning this awesome prize. That's all you got to do for 2 entries. But if you want 3 entries, triple your chances of doing it. You can subscribe to my mailing list, which I will leave a link to my website and the subscribe thing in the description below. It would be awesome if you do that. I would personally love it if you subscribe to my mailing list. I haven't done too much on there yet, but it will start to fill up with some stuff. Exciting stuff. I'm not going to spam your inboxes with that. But yeah, that's pretty cool if you ask me. Going to be open worldwide. I'll ship it anywhere. I'm going to run it for 2 weeks as well, so the winner will be announced on Friday the 17th of July. Cool. Thank you to Alex again for sending over the pedal for this. Awesome. Who wouldn't want to win this goodie bag? Who doesn't? Right, let's get on with some news and coffee. Cheers, guys. So, now that's out of the way, let's get on to the kind of normal runnings for news and coffee. Big old news month this month, or at least a fair amount of news that I'm really interested in. And quite a few bits and bobs where it feels like the community is really coming together to help each other kind of do what we can to get through this pandemic situation. But we'll get onto that towards the end of the news. First of all, arguably the biggest news in the guitar community that really broke international news in a way as well. It really expanded further than the guitar community is that Kurt Cobain's Martin acoustic guitar that he used on the MTV Unplugged album sold for 6 million or around 6 million US dollars. Whoo! I believe it's the most expensive guitar ever sold now. Obviously, it's a ridiculous amount of money, and the buyer is obviously very wealthy, but he does seem to have some really good plans for the guitar moving forwards, I think. He wants to really take the guitar and put it in places where people can see it, the museums, showcase it, let people experience the history behind that guitar, because obviously Kurt Cobain is massively influential in more than just the guitar and music community. Yeah, absolutely. So this is really cool. He does say that as far as I know, he does say that after he's done what he wants to do with it, like take it to museums and stuff, he's going to sell it on again. So we might see it crop up for some money again. But he does say that some of those profits will go to, or proceeds, or whatever he gets for it, will go to charity, which is ace. Cool. I don't know the guy's name, but that sounds cool. The whole situation around why it was for sale is dodgy, and I don't agree with. But from what's come out of the situation, it's really cool. The MTV Unplugged album is kind of the only Nirvana album that I've really got into. Obviously, I'm a big 90s grunge fan, but it was always Pearl Jam for me. Apart from the Nirvana MTV Unplugged album, that is just a special piece of music and performance. So awesome, really cool. $6 million, hell of a lot of money, but cool. Next up, we have Fender released a couple of offsets, Player Series offsets. We have one here. You've seen a video, me unboxing it. Yeah, the Player Series offsets. It's the Mustang and the Duosonic. I'm really getting on with the Mustang. I've not played any other guitar since getting it. It's really easy just to pick up and play, partly because of the short scale length. It's super comfortable to play, and it looks great. The quality of the fit and finish is superb. I have chucked on some heavier strings from what came with it in the box. I think they were 10s, but I've chucked on some of my Ernie Ball 11s, and it really is suiting me well. The Duosonic, on the other hand, looks very similar on the face of it, and they've still called it an offset, which slightly confuses me, because if you look at the Duosonic, it's not actually an offset. The waists of the guitar are the same on the treble and bass sides. I'll put up a picture and show you what I mean. But as far as I know, the definition of an offset guitar is that the waists, the treble, the bass side, well, I'll call it the bass side. I'll show you what I mean. The bass waist and the treble waist are offset. And I believe that is the definition of an offset guitar. And if you look at the Duosonic, it's not obvious when you first look at it, but it's not an offset. But they've called it an offset. Anyway, it's cool. It looks great. Slightly different pickup angle on the bridge pickup and a different headstock. But it also looks great. I've seen there's been a few YouTubers who have got these Mustangs and Duosonics, and it looks great. Looks sweet, and I'm really impressed with mine, so really excited to show you guys more on that. Again, it's from the similar sort of family, Squire Paranormal. These seem to be really interesting combinations of guitars. The one that really has stood out to me, and you've probably seen it on other YouTube channels, is the Baritone Telecaster. I believe it's the Baritone Telecaster or something. Looks really interesting. This could be something that I get into. I can imagine getting one of these and properly doing it up in a way. I don't want to sound like a snob, but it's got P90s, which is super cool. Black finish, Cabronita pickguard and control layout. That looks like a sweet guitar. I can definitely see myself getting into that. Other guitars in the range, we've got other kind of combinations of different ideas and vibes, a few different Cabronita Teles. Definitely go check out the range. There's some really cool stuff going on there. Also, in the Fender family, Fender have been busy this month. There's a new Gretch out. I think this is what it's called. It's a Gretch G2215 P90 Streamliner Junior Jet Club. Not the most concise of names, but this guitar looks ace. Awesome vibe, awesome colours. The pickup combination and configuration looks amazing, and it's cheap. Well, it's affordable. It's £350. It looks so good. A humbucker, sort of a Filtertron humbucker in the bridge with a P90 in the neck. Whoo! In this surf green sort of colour, looks ace. This is one of the first Gretches that I can see myself getting. Again, I can see it being a really great project guitar. Get really set of nice pickups, nice hardware, maybe a relic job on that. I can sit there. That looks like an amazing guitar. Yeah, big fan of the Gretch, new Gretch stuff and the new Fender stuff. Awesome. Couple pedals were coming out and announced this month as well. A couple that you will see on the channel as well. First of all, the Zander Circuitry and Champion Lecky The Brew. Really cool collaboration. Where is it? It's up there. I'm not getting it right now. But yeah, it's basically one circuit from each of those companies in one box, and it's ace. Super limited run. Check out the demo on my channel if you want to get one. If there are any left, I believe there was only going to be 20, so hopefully there's some left. If not, check out the demo anyway. It's a cool pedal, and maybe they'll make some more if it becomes popular. Another pedal that you will see a demo on, I don't think the demo's up just yet, but the Tate Effects Hot Coals was kind of slowly released this month. It's Tate Effects' vintage germanium Rangemaster treble boost type thing, using NOS vintage germanium transistors and diodes. Super vibey. I think more people should be using Rangemaster treble boosters. They're quite a misunderstood pedal, I think, and this is a great way of you getting into that type of pedal. Check it out. Hot coffee. Hot coffee. I hope you guys have got a coffee. I know I say it every time, but you know, don't let me drink alone, guys. Don't let me drink coffee alone. Moving on to 4 more pedals that I want to talk about. Probably ones that I won't get to try out anytime soon, but super cool nonetheless. First of all, we have the Collision Devices The Ranch. So I have tried a Collision Devices pedal before, and there's a video up on the channel. It was the Black Hole Symmetry. I think it was called Black Hole Symmetry. 3-in-1 fuzz, modulated delay, pitch shifting reverb. Amazing pedal. From France, I think, but just such a good pedal. The sounds work super well together. Really unique approaches on each of those 3 types of sounds. Built amazingly, and finally they've brought out their second pedal. It's called the Ranch. Again, it's the 3-in-1 type pedal, but it's a completely different vibe to the Black Hole Symmetry. We have a drive, dynamic tremolo, whatever that means, and a boost. They say it's supposed to sound like a ranch. Well, I'm not really sure what that means. I imagine it sounds swampy and dynamic as it says. But yeah, maybe I've interpreted that wrong. But yeah, they've said it's supposed to sound like a ranch. But what is really interesting about this pedal is the materials that it's made out of. They've really tried to go for a sustainable, eco-friendly vibe with this. It's made out of US walnut, but that's grown in Europe to reduce kind of shipping costs and things like that. And a faux leather kind of plate on top called Pinatex or something. The look and vibe of this pedal is really, really cool. It looks ace. I'm sure it sounds great. Drive and trem are some of my favourite things. A dynamic trem, maybe that means that the depth gets more obvious when you play harder, or the opposite way around. Anyway, that sounds cool, looks cool. Yeah, and Collision Devices, their first pedal was awesome, if that's anything to go by, this is going to be amazing too. Next up, we have another limited edition pedal that I thought was worth mentioning because it's just so cool. We have the Spruce Effects Volcanoes. From their newly introduced Americana series, which is a really limited run of pedals that they're doing, basically made up of the highest components, hybrid turret board and PCB construction. Like I said, high-end components, all handmade, beautiful enclosures. They look great, really nice packaging. This one in particular, the Volcanoes, is a hybrid silicon germanium fuzz. I believe the first batch is already sold out, even though it was only announced yesterday, as when I'm recording this video, and only announced to mailing list people, so they've got a good following there, and this pedal is obviously going to be popular. Hopefully, they do some more, or I can pick up another Americana series pedal because I like the vibe that's going on with Spruce at the moment. They've got some other cool stuff. But yeah, the Volcanoes looks ace. Check it out. Demos in the Dark, a good friend, well, acquaintance of mine. I've spoken to him a couple of times, but he does really great demos, better than my demos. So go check out his demo on the Volcanoes. Yeah, ace pedal. I'm trying this light here because I thought the last episode was a bit dark while I'm sat at my desk, but I liked the vibe of sitting at my desk. But it's really bright, that light. Maybe it's a bit over the top. I need some more lights, but money, especially when I want to just buy pedals, you know what I mean? So we'll see. Hopefully it looks okay, but I am getting blinded by this light. Alright, so we're getting into the part of the news where it's, they're being made for a really good cause, and they're trying to help musicians and people who are struggling through the pandemic and the global situation that we're in. First of all, we're going to talk about the Hampstead Soundworks Ascent. So pedal wise, this is a great looking, really powerful, clean boost. I've not read too many specs about it, but it looks like it's got something like 30 volts of headroom. Basically, it takes what you put into it and makes it a lot louder. Doesn't change anything about it. Just a great looking pedal. And their Hampstead stuff is great all around, and they're super great guys. But the really cool thing about this pedal, and has what made me respect Hampstead so much more, is that it's designed to be built by backline techs, technicians who can't work at the moment because of the pandemic. There's no guitarists touring, there's no musicians touring, they've got no work. And I really appreciate this angle that Hampstead are going for, because as bad as it sounds, their backline techs might be a group of people who go under the radar in this sort of situation. So really awesome thing that Hampstead are doing. Obviously the techs get paid for their labour, and part of the proceeds also are going to the Help Musicians charity. Awesome. Go support what Hampstead are doing. Check it out. Another big thing in the kind of guitar pedal charity world is the Jam Pedals Lending a Hand campaign. They've really put some thought and time and effort into this campaign. They've joined forces with some really high-profile guitarists, like super high-profile guitarists, like Richie Sambora, Nile Rodgers, among many, many more. And basically, you make, I believe, I'm not quite sure on how this is working, but you're making donations to charities to support struggling music industry professionals, and the highest donations will get super limited edition custom shop versions of their Jam pedals signed by some of the most famous guitarists in the world, like Richie Sambora and Nile Rodgers. Awesome little campaign. I really think that the guitar community is coming together beautifully in this situation. It's really cool to see. It fills my heart with warmth and love for you guys. So yeah, awesome bits of news this month. That's pretty much it when it comes to news, or news that I'm going to talk about. Because there's been more news, and there weren't too many questions and comments on the YouTube channel, I've narrowed it down to one question that we're going to answer, and it's from Philip Rogina. I recognise that name. I think we've emailed a couple of times. So, Philip, hey Jackson, do you think the bunker, Thorpe FX bunker, would work well if it was used into a Victor V40 Deluxe as a Marshall preamp in order to tame a fuzz face? Can you recommend some more affordable options for this application? I currently use the dual broadcast to tame my fuzz face, but I'm moving it onto another board. Interesting question there. So if you didn't know already, the bunker is a pretty Marshall-y overdrive type thing. Do you want to come up, mate? Come on. Sorry, my dog's not very well today, so he's a bit dizzy. So he's a bit clingy as well. So he's gonna sit here for the rest of the video. So yeah, the bunker is a Marshall-y type pedal, but I'm not sure I'd use it to tame anything because it's pretty wild. There's a lot of tone and high end going on with that pedal, but fuzz faces are generally quite dark sounding, so maybe it would work well. My favourite combination when I'm stacking my fuzz face with a drive is the Greer Lightspeed. It just takes that pedal so well. I don't think it's any more affordable than a Thorpe Bunker, but it'd be worth checking out. Other than that, clones work really well with fuzz faces, so maybe check out like a Electro Harmonix Soul Food for a more affordable option. That could work really nicely with your fuzz face. But if you wanted something Marshally, off the top of my head, there's a Mad Professor pedal. It's called something like the Loud and Proud, and that's actually a Marshall amp style overdrive with a fuzz face built in. But I also see it on sale quite a lot, so you might be able to pick that up for a good price, and then you get 2 in 1. That might be a good option. Other than that, if you do want to spend a bit more money, try out the Bunker, try out the Greer Lightspeed. That's my personal favourite, but also try out an Electro Harmonix Soul Food. That pretty much wraps us up with everything today. Like I said at the beginning of the video, enter my competition. This is my first ever giveaway to win the Zander Effects Cafetiere. All you got to do is subscribe to this YouTube channel, follow myself and Zander on Instagram, tag a couple of mates, and there's a couple of things if you want to do, get extra entries. Definitely do that if you want, and then I will announce a winner in 2 weeks' time. So I think it's the 17th of July, Friday the 17th of July. I don't know what time, it doesn't really matter. I will announce the winner, and there you go. You'll get a free pedal and some other cool bits and bobs like the Hawk pick and some strings. So yeah, go do that. My album recommendation this month is not a new album at all, and it is Whatever and Ever Amen by Ben Folds 5. This is going to be a challenge for you guys because there is no guitar on the whole album. But Ben Folds 5 to be precise, is one of my favourite bands ever. It's basically a pop punk band, but with, instead of a guitarist, it's a pianist. Yeah, really cool band. Completely unique vibe, and this is my favourite album by them. Check it out, there's some great tunes, and that's it. That's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for joining me for News and Coffee this month. I'll see you in the next video, and if not, I'll see you next month for another News and Coffee. Cheers, guys.